We're good.
All right.
All right. All right. Go.
So, what should we talk about in this? What is this, the third installment?
Yeah, third episode. I don't know. I'm trying not to number them because I might move them around a little bit, just depending. But yeah, this is the third one that we've done chronologically.
What are you doing with the editing, sir?
Well, I'll probably put them out the way we did them, but I just, like I said, I don't really know. Kind of trying to
All right.
keep things open. Do you have to have your glasses on while you do this? Because you guys see
I
the
mean, I
glare.
guess not, but I don't want to put up a false persona like I'm this guy that just has 20/20 vision and doesn't need glasses.
Well, because the ring light is shining directly in your glasses and it's causing a lot of glare. When you look down, it doesn't work. But yeah, like there. Well, that's too much.
You just want to look down at me the whole time while we talk?
Well, it is kind of funny because the way I am, the way it is on the screen, like I am beneath you. So I might have to look up to see you. Hey, what are you doing up there?
All right, I guess I'll just take the glasses off. I don't really need them. I'm just talking, but I cannot. Oh my God, I'm so blind. I can't even see my face in the little screen.
I was gonna say
I'm blind.
fucking Clark Kent left. Fucking Superman is here, dude. Look at you.
Oh yeah, fucking yeah. I don't like to invite that comparison, but okay. But
Do you have
let's
headphones?
start off with something. Oh no, remember my headphones don't work. I gotta get like a pair of headphones.
You need to get a pair of headphones. That way you can hear me better.
I can hear you pretty good, but yeah, that's what you mean. Headphones and laptop. That's what my target. Let's start off with something light. Something don't really know. Like, you ever watch that show Nine Perfect Strangers?
No, that's what? What? It's a show.
Yeah, it's a little mini series on Net or Hulu called Nine Perfect Strangers with like Melissa McCarthy and that's the only bitch I can name, but like there's a lot of other famous actors. Oh wait, fucking the dude that played General Zod. I can never remember his name.
Oh, Michael Shannon.
Yeah, he's in it. But yeah, I guess never. I guess it's a topic not worth because now I'm just talking about a show I watched. Maybe you watched it because it's pretty popular.
Nope. I didn't. I think I've seen it, but I didn't. It's not really something I'd watch. I'd watch. I don't know. I'm too good for
All
it,
right,
basically.
good light subject to talk about.
Basically, I'm just too good for it. That's just the bottom line.
The only thing, well, I don't know much information about it, but have you heard about this? It's fuck, what's his name? Prince Harry and that one chick, the commoner, the worthless commoner. The fucking they're doing like a show where she like travels. I think something to do with like traveling through time to meet like famous, strong women characters. And it's like to do with that
Wait, are you
show.
talking about the prince that was married to the actress, the American actress, and then they left the royal family or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, because you can only get confused with being. Come on. You can only get confused as being the help so many times before you're like, okay, I don't want to
And they're like, "Excuse me, you missed a dish." She's like, "I'm fucking married to your son, you bitch." Or
go.
grandson. I don't know. I don't know
He
how it works
introduced
really.
you to. But yeah, I just heard they were doing like a show like that. I was gonna look up more information about it, but I didn't. But I just
So that's what you want
just
the
heard.
podcast to be about? Might as well be two old middle-aged fucking housewives if we're gonna talk about that shit. To, in my opinion,
That's a middle-aged housewife thing. All right, whatever.
you just brought up
Yeah,
a
I guess
show
so.
about the fucking former royal family. I don't give a shit about them. What do I care what they have to? I don't give a shit what that. What I don't care. I just don't. All right. And I know that might
No,
sound horrible, but I just don't care about that shit. And it doesn't make any sense. I watched a YouTube video explaining like the the royal family's fucking what would you call it? Like their family tree, like that kind of shit. Like where, and it's so confusing. It's like it was really like I watched a 9 minute video on fucking quantum fucking physics or something. You know, it's like I just didn't understand any of it. I was like, I don't get this. And then they were like in the video, they're like, we're not even counting Scotland. They're like, we're not even counting the Scottish kings and all that shit. Like, then it's like, what? That makes a play into it? That's crazy. I don't know. Crazy
Yeah,
world.
there's so many kings and queens, so many dynasties that risen and fall
I know.
throughout the years. Huh?
It's one of those
There's,
things that fucking makes you proud to be an American to fucking learn all that bullshit.
I'm glad we just became it like a few hundred years ago.
Yeah, our
So,
history doesn't go that far back. So,
that's so weird. But they're like barely royal. They're like yeah, I'll call you royalty or whatnot, but it's not like you have all your. Well, they probably do have servants, but it's not like you run the country or whatever. It's not like you can
yeah.
just point at someone and be like, kill him. Well, they probably would though, anyways, because they really respect the royal family, which is odd to me.
I don't know if it would work like that. Like, people probably wouldn't be like, well, we're not going to kill him, but if you want us to hurt him, we'll fucking hurt him. All right?
Wants to break his leg, we'll break his legs.
Hey,
But
he's not going to
taking your
miss
life,
any.
that's where we draw the
Yeah,
line.
that's where we draw the line. But he's not going to miss any fingers or toes or, earlobes,
You
nothing
want
like
something up
that.
his butt? We can put something up his butt.
Yeah.
It's like by the end, the dude's just like, "Fuck, just kill me!" Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but fucking, I just found out. I was watching the news this morning. I didn't pay attention to it that well because I'm like kind of half certain, half like I'm not really sure. But it has something to do with I think the president of Haiti got assassinated recently.
Oh, really? I don't keep up with
I think it
news.
was in Haiti. Yeah, I was looking. I was like, oh shit. But news are like President Haiti assassinated. These three people on trial for murder for the crime of killing that black dude in some southern state. And like, yeah, the video's pretty crazy though. It's like you see a black dude fighting with three white dudes, fighting one of them, and then the other white dude's on his truck just shooting him. But and then it snaps to like a puppy learning like howling for the first time. It's like what the fuck news? Like it's so TikTok-ish. It's weird.
What? The news
Like
cycle?
new, yeah, the news is a lot like TikTok, like 2 minute segments, and just you swipe up. It's the next one. Next thing you know, they're talking about something else, but without the swiping for the news. Like it's just like really fast information going out.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like the modern person's brain has changed or something. Like we need it. Like if it's not within 6 seconds, then it's not. Just get it out of here. I don't care. Give it to me in 6 to 90 second intervals, and anything more than that, my fucking stupid brain can't handle it. So or maybe it's like a way to get more information in. Instead of wasting an hour on this one story, you just get like a cool minute and a half of what they talk about it, real quick clip, and
Yeah,
because like there's like
sure.
this thing that like most YouTube videos, people log off after like, like 4 minutes or some shit like that. Like it's not like people don't watch long. Well, I mean, I guess sometimes they do, but typically speaking, like the modern person like typically watches shit like really quick. Like it's like even sitting through a TV show now is like, not a lot of people do that. They'd rather just watch quick little fucking videos, I guess, or something.
Yeah, that's true. But why are movies getting longer then? Like a movie used to be an hour to 30 minutes max. Now it's like fucking you have to sit through this throughout half of your fucking shift, man. Like 4 hour long movie.
It depends on the movie. I think it's just if it's like usually like the ones that are like more, I don't know, I guess I'd say like artistic and like creative. Like a lot of times when they, like those movies that they just put out that are just like blockbuster hits, like those are usually only like
Yeah.
fucking a couple hours long. But like, like fucking Zack Snyder's Justice League, what was like almost 4 fucking hours long or something, or one of the.
Worth every minute though. I
Yeah, no,
recommend
it's
it.
totally worth it. It was definitely a better movie. But that's what I'm saying. It's like more artsy and shit, kind of. Like it's a little more creative and artistic. Whereas it's not like where the studio is just like, cut it down, fucking put it in, get it out there. People will buy it, you know, because it's like almost like a completely different movie. But
Yeah, yeah. I guess it does depend on the movie. I just felt like they just been getting progressively like longer.
yeah, I was kind of actually surprised today because this dude that I work with, we've been talking about this movie that's just came out this last weekend. It was the I think it's called The Last Trial or
The
oh,
Last Duel.
The Last Duel. Yeah, is that the one
That's
with?
with Matt Damon and the fucking Kylo Ren.
Yeah, Adam Driver, Matt Damon, and I'm pretty sure Ben Affleck is in it too.
Why? I didn't see Ben
I'm
Affleck
not
in it.
100%
But
sure,
if
but I
Matt Damon's in it, I'm sure Ben Affleck comes out underneath his coat or something.
he just showed up on set and they were like, "Hey, Matt, where the fuck is Ben?" And he's like, "I didn't realize he was involved in this project." And he's like, "They're like, yeah, but you're here, so if you're here," and he's like, "All right, god damn it," and he opens up his coat.
He's like, "Ah, yeah, all right. Like he's in the car.
Like, well, he gave up on Batman, so he's got time.
You know what? Matt Damon wasn't in Gone Girl.
I know. Let's not begin to name movies that Matt Damon's in that Ben Affleck
That's
isn't
true.
in, because then it'll lead to We Bought a Zoo, and then the podcast will be off the rails. Which is a
I
great.
liked We Bought His
I
Little Bro. Don't
I
shit
liked
on
it
We
too. I
Bought
thought
His
it was
Little.
a
That's a
great
good
movie.
movie.
That's exactly what I would do if I was a rich, handsome, grieving husband. Right? Because that's when his wife dies, right? And he has like a little kid
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah. His wife dies, and when the kids are young, and he buys a zoo, and then all of a sudden, oh, not all of a sudden, somehow he ends up fucking, you know, Black Widow.
Wait, what? I missed that part.
He
He
ends up
got bit by
fucking
a
Black
black
Widow.
widow? What?
He ends up fucking Black Widow.
Oh, is Scarlett Johansson in the movie?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson.
You're so bad at
Yep.
names that you just go off of their Marvel name. Do you notice you do that? You did it just not
Yeah, I
even.
know. I'm terrible names. I don't just do in Marvel movies though. It's just like I know a lot of
Oh
famous
yeah.
actors do Marvel
Yeah,
movies,
cuz you
but
just did it
I
with
would say the name of the movie of the actor that I'm trying to talk about.
you just
Like,
did it with fucking the Star Wars character. You called Adam Driver Kylo Ren. You're like, it's got Kylo
yeah.
Ren in it. It's oh really? The fucking Sith Lord Kylo Ren is fucking in this
No,
movie, huh?
forgive me, man. I'm snipping. I'm not gonna remember names. I got other shit to remember.
Uh, no, but fucking great movie. I don't
Oh,
even know what we were talking about, but now I'm
um,
just thinking about We Bought a Zoo.
1 second.
Okay, I'll explain the synopsis of We Bought a Zoo for the if there's anybody viewing. So basically, Matt Damon is a handsome rich guy. I want to say he's like a doctor or something. And then his wife dies. They don't show it in the movie, but his wife, it is either said or implied that his wife passes away, which is sad. He's all sad in the beginning. But he has a little daughter and stuff, so he's trying to keep it together for her sake. And he makes a drastic decision in his life to buy a zoo, for him and his family. And his daughter's, of course, fucking excited about it because she's like, a little girl. But then, you know, he's like, oh shit, we have to actually run a zoo now. So now they're like not just living at a zoo, but also like operating a zoo. And then like it's totally unpractical though, because like if you're a fucking suburban house dad or whatever the fuck he was in the movie, the second you step in elephant shit, you'd be like, okay, we're selling the zoo. This movie is now we sell a zoo. Like it's not gonna last very long. Like
Yeah, but the only reason why I bought the zoo is because nobody wanted the zoo. It's gonna be hard to sell a zoo that nobody wants. you'll be able to sell a kazoo better than fucking sell that zoo.
And I don't even know what the fuck that is. That I'd rather buy one.
Ask a dude with a handlebar mustache to show you one.
I don't know any of
He's
them.
fucking got one in his pocket.
I don't keep friends with that company.
Nah, it's a good movie though. But it's
Let's not see. I didn't want to get into like we bought a zoo, and we got fucking
You're
pulled
the one
in.
to explain the whole fucking
I know
synopsis of
that's
it.
what I'm saying. We shouldn't have brought it up, but then we brought it up, and it fucking got brought up, and it's not.
Well, in the end, the zoo burns and the children die in the fire, and the dads are there watching it.
That's not what
Like
happened.
I said, I never bought the zoo. Or wait,
You already gave away the
no
ending. You
kids.
said Matt Damon fucks Black Widow.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. The no.
And she's like the zookeeper. Oh, goddamn it. All right. Well, you know what? We're in it. Fuck it.
I'm
She,
like, it's you. It's you.
she's like has something to do with the zoo, right? Like she knows like the animals. She's like a zoologist, I think is what they're called or
Like
something.
I fucked all the animals. I know them the best.
Gross. It's not that kind of zoo.
Uh, but yeah, so just to recap of We Bought a Zoo, Scarlett Johansson is an animal fucker, and Matt Damon is broken-hearted about Ben Affleck not being in the movie. That's where he gets emotional pain.
He's like, I can't believe I lost you, Ben. What did we go wrong? What happened to us? That's a terrible Matt Damon impression, by the way.
I can't interfere with Ben Affleck. Hey, I'm Ben Affleck.
Hey, I'm Ben. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. You want to hear my Boston accent? It's a lot like my regular accent.
Fucking.
I don't know. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about your feelings?
Oh yeah. Let me see. I feel nothing. Do you want to talk about your feelings? Is that why you opened up the feelings little channel here?
Dude, I don't know what we're doing here, to be honest. I don't know. If anything, it's just a good
Yeah.
excuse to talk to you on a weekly basis.
Yeah, same here. It's fun, but I just don't have nothing to talk about. But we're spitballing. We're snowballing over here. I cooked some rice. We don't have lice. So.
Yeah.
We're about to be working cows here in the next 2 days. Well, all we've been doing is moving cows around on forward and shit. But, and I've been fixing fences, so it's been it's been pretty long days. Usually.
That sucks.
But, all these slow months are about to come when the winter comes. Other than calving season, but I get to shove my fucking arm up the calf's little fuck hole
It's their birth hole.
and see if I don't kill a calf.
Well, yeah, you should definitely not kill one, right? I mean, that's...
Well, yeah. I guess it was like IOU. But that's cool. But yeah, I don't know. What's been going on? Anything new in your life?
Nothing new, I guess. Nothing at all. Just kind of, been watching football.
I've been meaning to watch football. I have the Hulu Live and everything. You can see when the Raider games are coming on. And then I put the date in my mind, and then I forget it. And I'm like, damn it.
Well, you missed a good one. They played the Broncos, and they beat the shit out of them. It's pretty
Oh,
good.
nice.
Yeah.
I gotta look at their schedule so I can watch it. Jazz even accidentally put like her favorite thing is Raiders on her Hulu, so now it always gives her like Raider updates.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Hulu's weird. Like, for me, it just shows anytime a sport is on, it's always just like, hey, you want to watch this? And I'm usually like, yeah, sure.
I did see a highlight of the Seahawks and the fucking Steelers. I think it was.
Oh
Was
yeah,
that
yeah,
a
yeah,
real
yeah,
close
yeah,
game?
yeah. They played. I
That
think they
Steelers hit a
lost.
field goal in overtime.
And yeah, I think they lost, right? Seattle.
Yeah. Seattle lost to a field goal kick on at OT overtime.
What's the fucking point of saying overtime if you're just gonna say overtime right after?
I don't know. People do that with BRB though. BRB, be right back. That's like on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's like the same amount of syllables. Why do I have to abbreviate?
It's a good point. It's good, not a bad point.
All right.
Sorry, I was looking up the score to that game, but because I didn't watch it, but I remember hearing. I saw this video. I saw this video.
My internet's coming out. It's choppy.
Oh yeah,
It's
it
getting
is.
real choppy.
Yeah, you're not even moving.
Choppy internet.
And we're back.
And we're back. And we're back. You got my back, I got your back, and we're back. Back.
You scratch my back.
Bro,
I'll scratch your back.
Bro, your boat. Right.
That's what it's called. That's the show.
Bro, your boat.
But yeah, I don't know. I think 3 episodes in is a good. It's pretty. I guess that's pretty solid to come up with a name, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't ask a chick for a name till after the 3rd date, so it makes sense.
Wait. Say that again, because that kind of flew by me. Did you say her name? You don't ask for her name?
Yeah, I was like, I don't ask her for her name until the 3rd date. So,
because in my mind, I was thinking like you're saying like I don't have sex until the 3rd date, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's kind of a fair rule, but that doesn't make any fucking sense. You're like, I don't even know her name, and I don't even ask until date number 3 is when I care to know.
Third times having a podcast, we should come up with a name, and I was just like, I don't come up with names of the chicks I'm with until the 3rd date. Like, oh, that was a stupid joke, but I laughed at the silence. Giant font.
Well, because it went right past me. I thought you were. I really thought. I was like, wait, did he say his? I was really confused on whether or not I heard you say name. I was like, did he say her name? He doesn't learn her name. What the fuck?
Yeah, because like I don't know. I was gonna say some like Bachelor Playboy shit, but then I was just like, that's not me.
Say it. No, well, now you gotta say it. Get into that character and do that.
What?
Said get into that and do that.
No, it was gonna be stupid. I was gonna. No,
Yeah. Come on.
I was just gonna mention something about a lion after its prey, and the hunt is for its kill.
Okay, yeah, I'm so glad you didn't say it. Oh man, I'm glad you didn't get into that character. What the fuck?
I didn't want to. Ricky Spanish stays in the closet. Shout out American Dad. Every time I reference something on this podcast, I'm gonna give a shout out. It'd be like good shit. Like,
oh, okay, yeah, do your shout outs. They do that shit all the time in on fucking Hey Babe podcast with
No, but yeah, it's really impolite to like just start a podcast and then already mention other people's famous people's podcasts. real dick move on your part. You know,
I'm just saying. That's not an original idea. That's all I'm saying.
And that's I don't have this light on. I forgot I turned it off when fucking when my whole internet went out.
Oh yeah, that's better too with the glare too.
Isn't that something?
It's because you're not looking at it.
This
That way,
so I got It's off to a distance. Like, yes, I remember when I was a wee lad.
I remember the war. When the war came, Ma said to hide in the basement, and I did. I did just that. Can you imagine your war stories just about you being a coward?
Yeah, but I'd do something to liven it up. It's like you don't understand. There was no snacks anywhere in my vicinity. I was cranked up like a fucking sardine, and every time someone had to fucking, every time I heard footsteps, I had to hold my breath. I can do this for 10 minutes. Like it was just,
Yeah.
it was ooh that. I heard a lot of enemy soldiers fucking rooms.
I could just imagine like a grandpa telling his grandson, like, oh, back in World War II, I was me and my sergeant ran into a Nazi bunker, and we were surrounded. And I was like, oh, what'd you do, Grandpa? They're like, we were captured. Yes, we were surrounded.
What
That's the end
happened
of
after, Grandpa?
it. Well, the war shortly ended and went back home. And yeah.
You're just gonna skip through the whole prisoner of war fucking story, talking about all
No,
this
no.
shit about you being captured, and you're just like, and then I slept in my bed and the war was over.
No, that's the thing. The war ended exactly after that. So, like, after they were taken
Oh,
captured.
you lucky son of a bitch! You get captured. Like, oh fuck, oh fuck. The next day, war over.
Like, oh, thank God, this is going to get real intense.
You can still say that you were a POW and survived, though.
Oh, yeah, that's who counts. If you count in my book. Or if the
I
grandpa's.
think someone actually went through that. I think it was John McCain or something.
No, he was a legit
Yeah.
prisoner of war.
Yeah,
I'm.
I was just making a joke. Like
Yeah.
exactly your situation. Just everything was a lie. That's a conspiracy theory I can get behind.
You just can't believe politicians, okay? No, but
Yeah,
another war
their job is a
story.
lie.
Another war story from a grandpa would be like, so we saw. I'm trying to think of a different war. Let's see. When I was in the jungles of Vietnam, we heard there were a bunch of Viet Cong in the.
Viet Cong's hitting people in the dongs.
There's a bunch of Viet Congs running and slapping people with the
They came
dongs.
out of the underground, man. They uppercutted their balls, man. It was terrible. It was such a nightmare.
Kong to dong
I'm
warfare
still
is.
surprised I have kids now. Yeah,
Fucking.
I picture this whole war is just these Vietnamese people just punching U.S. soldiers in the
That's exactly what I'm
nuts.
picturing too.
Oh, what?
That's exactly what I'm picturing too. Just a bunch of little Asian dudes with AK-47s like hitting the fucking balls with the stocks of their guns and shit. Like they attack their balls. That's where it's at.
And then they fucking U.S. soldiers drop an AR-15 with their fucking American fucking or the mob heart on their fucking thing. Their name's probably Jacob or some shit. But yeah, that really happened in Vietnam. I'm pretty sure. I think
No, you're not a
I might
historian. You don't know
what?
shit. You don't know shit. Shut up. Let me finish my grandpa's son's story. So he's like, the Viet. I don't really understand the history of Vietnam. I'm taking this out of movies, so I don't know. The Viet Cong, they were the bad guys, right? In Vietnam, right?
Vietnam was a thing. I thought it was a movie.
anyway, so he's like, we were surrounded by the enemy, or not surrounded. He's like, the enemy was spotted. There was thousands of them, about a couple miles out, and we were
Which
only a
was it,
small.
Grandpa? Did you spot him or were you surrounded? This is why no one believes you, Grandpa.
So if we spotted them, and we only had a small platoon of about 50 fighting men, and you know what we did?
What, Grandpa?
God, I had to wait so long for that. Uh, We ran away. We just turned around, hightailed it back to the camp, and then we all got chlamydia from some Vietnamese hookers.
I fucking love his grandpa, dude. He just and we was fighting, right? We was fighting. We saw him. And we got some Vietnamese hookers and we all got grabbed. he's, he's building up and he skates through a bunch of shit. Yeah. Great. Thanks for the visit, Grandpa. You want to go away now? I wish you died in Vietnam.
if not from the if not from the Agent Orange, then from the chlamydia, you son of a bitch.
Agent Orange sounds like a racial slur. I know it's not, but it just sounds like one.
A racial slur for who?
Right next to me.
For who? The orange
What?
people? That's
what I'm saying. It's not a racial slur at all, but it just sounds like one. It's like, oh, fucking Agent Orange over here. But it was like a chemical, right? Or some kind of fucking, I don't know what Agent Orange is.
Agent Orange is a herbicidal and defoliant chemical. One of the tactical use rainbow herbicides. It really doesn't sound that bad in science form. Herbicide? Isn't that like the same shit I use to get rid of weeds?
It just sounds like some fertilizer for some plants, dude. You know how many people die from this?
It continues to say, after the rainbow herbicides, so they're gay herbicides is what they're saying, right? And it says
they're gay or Irish.
it is widely known for its use by the U.S. military as part of its herbicidal warfare program, Operation Ranch Hand, during the Vietnam War from 1961 to 1971. I don't know what that's from, though. That's just from, like, Google, I think. I don't know where that comes from.
Oh, so it could be all lies. How do we know if the Earth's fucking straight, you know?
Oh, no, it's from Wikipedia. So, yeah, somebody could have just made that up. But I don't know. I do remember learning about, like, chemical warfare and shit in school, though. Like, you know, and that was like...
Yeah, the kids started farting on you, and you're like, you dick.
Yeah, because you were in the special class, so that's what they did in there. I don't know about the normal kids, but
I was not, but we did go to a high school where kids who clearly weren't special, but just taking the easy way out. That's like, yeah, I can't say my R's. Would take the class with all these like real severely mentally disabled people. And they're just like, yeah, I'm fucking easy A. Like,
dude, that is true. Like, no, not trying to, and nothing against mentally incapacitated people, whatever, mentally challenged, whatever you want to say. But like, there were some people in high school that did go there to the special class, and they weren't special. They were just kind of like dumb in a way. Like, not even dumb. They just didn't want to do homework, and they were just like, they don't really.
Like I said, they'll just say, like, I can't say my R's. And then they're like, one kid pissed in the corner, and they're like, yeah, he has to be retarded. But he wasn't. He was just a small kid that just was just like asked to go to the bathroom, and the teacher did it. So he's like, all right, let's piss in the corner. Go treat me like an animal. I'm gonna fucking piss like an animal. Like this dude shit.
And they're just like, clearly that boy's retarded. Clearly that boy there.
Rednecks. But it was kind of a funny little fact in our high school.
It's not really funny. It's more like, what the fuck was going on? Did they not have enough retarded people that they were like, we need anybody in this class, people that piss in the corner, people that just don't really like to read, people that fucking have a tail, you know, like, I don't know, anybody.
Or if you have dyslexia or whatever. Okay.
Don't quote dyslexia. That's a real thing. People do have that. That would actually qualify. That would make sense a little bit.
Oh no, this
No, but I
fucker.
remember what you're talking about in those schools, and I remember those people that you're talking about, and they are not mentally handicapped. If that, what is the correct terminology?
Re-tib?
What?
Re-tib.
Retib?
Yeah.
Did you just come up with that?
I just came up with a loophole for saying retard.
You know what?
I think you have to say mentally
It,
handicapped now.
it's so
I'm pretty sure you
crazy.
gotta say mentally handicapped, lacking some certain chromosome. I'm not smart enough to say.
What?
But
That's
yeah, something like you just gotta give a bunch of
you were
disclaimers.
supposed to say that and then just trail off and then get lost and be like, "Wait, what are we talking about?"
I'm sorry, I'm mentally handicapped.
I can just imagine having that happen to me and going home and be like, you know what? The weirdest thing happened to me today. A mentally retarded person tried to explain mental retardation to me today. It was a very unique experience.
How'd it go? I just got some of
I still don't
it.
understand. I'll tell you that much right now.
You know what I do understand? The feeling of crackers being thrown in my face.
More like being spit into your face. I don't know.
Are we shitting on retards? No,
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that, doesn't it? We really shouldn't. It's a bad
yeah,
topic.
we're all just people. Some of us are good, some of us are bad, some of us are.
Some of us are retarded. It just
Man,
happens.
okay, retarded is just a fun word to say. Like whether it's like scientifically what you're supposed to say or whatever. Well, it used to be, but not anymore. Or if someone's just being fucking retarded, it's just a fun word to say. It's like faggot.
Whoa, no, that's different. I think that's different. I don't know.
No, it's not. That's not. It was just see they did the same thing with faggot. That's why you feel the way you do when you say it. But this what's happening to retard right now is what happened to faggot. Like people used to say it all the time, not meaning that you like to suck dicks. Like you're just like cooking a faggot. Like you just like stop it. Come on. You're not just walking on the grass and sun there. Stop being a faggot. It was fucking. It was a fun word to say, and then it happens. People get offended, and then mass if a mass majority gets offended and says this would be the right way, then we follow the majority because we're a civilization of like we're very social in our nature. So if the majority of them accept it, then we're gonna accept it because it's like the social rules, right?
It's the social constructs we live in that we have created, that we have destroyed and then rebuilt.
Oh, you're gonna go into foot fetish too
And
to
then,
be able to accept
what?
it.
Excuse me?
Because you're just like, yeah, these social constructs that we just, sometimes I just want to just shove a big old foot in my mouth and just.
No, dude, that's to me personally, that's the strangest fetish. I understand some fetishes, but that one's out there. I
That's
don't.
weird that that's the strangest for you. Like to me, the strangest is when people dress up like dogs and want to act like dogs and then get fucked and stuff. But it's not like it's like one of those elastic wearing ones where like looks like it's a person in an elastic suit, but just the dog face. You have the dog face in the bird, and it just looks fucking weird as
Yeah,
shit.
no, the acting like the dog one's weird too, but I don't know. There's something about feet. I'm not saying that one's not weird, but just to me, I feel like I could be coerced into that easier than I'd be coerced into doing something with feet. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Is it like because people walk on their feet and wear socks for hours? Because to people with foot fetish, that just marinates the foot. Makes it like the harder you work, the better the taste.
Like the sweatier the bettier. I don't know.
That's what they call a good foot. Sweat embedded.
Ooh, girl, you got them sweaty bitties. Let me pop a big toe in my mouth.
Remember on Kill Tony, fucking that one comedian was talking about his foot fetish with girl. He's like, "Come on, girl, let me see them hoofs."
Yeah, yeah, that dude was funny. Was that the episode where they killed Tony, or that has that one not happened yet?
That has not happened yet,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm waiting for it.
Last time we brought up, I think last time I brought up Kill Tony, you made the joke, so I thought I'd switcheroo to you.
Yeah, shout out to Kill Tony. Good shit.
Yeah, that's a good podcast, good show. I would be so fucking, I'd be so scared to do like a minute of material like that. Just seems like too big for some of these people that get up there and do it, you know? Cause, but I mean, it works out for the audience and the listeners because it's way funnier when somebody
Oh
bombs.
shit! I bet the jokes that I've written so far, I have a minute at least. The minute's really not that long of time. I'll never go on stage though. Maybe, maybe.
Did you
I agree
work
with
out any of
myself
those
sometimes.
jokes? You could use this
What?
platform as a venue. I said, did you work out any of those jokes? Because you could use this platform to try it
Nah,
out if
because
you want.
I gotta. The whole point of joke telling, stuff is to go on stage and see people's reactions and get the laugh and stuff or whatever.
That's true. It'd be hard to
Kind
do it
of
over
stuff.
here, I guess. So.
Let me say a joke and then a fucking automated ha ha ha. It's just it's like it's fucking.
I would never put that in there. It'd be cricket noises every joke. It'd be like a, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, like just to be a jackass.
Entitled Jay's not funny.
Uh,
That would be a funny segment if I just tell a terrible joke and then you just do a grasshopper sound and I'm just like, you just like I don't know. But because I do have a lot of terrible jokes. It's so many. Out of all the jokes I could write, I haven't wrote some in a while though. But if something cross my mind, I'll write it down sometimes. And like I don't know, I'd say the ratio is about 10 or 15 bad and like maybe two whatever decent enough to like repeat.
well, that's what I mean. That's probably part of the writing process, though. I'd imagine. I don't know. I don't write jokes, but like I've been writing, just like short stories for like comic books or just books in general, kind of either way. But like
What? Hold on.
you can't
Tell
just,
a story.
huh?
Tell a story.
What do you mean?
I want to hear one of your little short stories, your comic stories.
Well,
Your
they're in
little summary synopsis.
they're. Well, I've told you about them.
You only told me about one.
Well, I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it right now because it's not really like it's in the very early stages. Like I still have a lot to
Oh,
do
oh,
and.
you're Zuckerberg, you mean? Zuckerberg. it's it's
No,
very
but
in the early stages, and we can't not until the final stages when we're gonna show it. We
well,
keep
I've told
water on
you
it.
about the Space Hunter one, right? Not that's a working title, so I mean it's not.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I don't really remember.
You jackass. I don't
I
want
was
to talk about
listening.
him. I
I
don't
was
want to talk about
informed.
him on here. We could talk about him in person if you want, but I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put it out there yet.
Okay.
When it gets closer to being finished and shit, and if I ever maybe even publish it, then I'll definitely promote the fuck out of it on here. But as of right now, it's just in the beginning stage. But that's the point I'm trying to get at. Is like,
You
you
know,
know,
you do look like a writer that's in its beginning stage of like the first draft novel. You just have that look about you, like
is
the
it the
the
robe?
like it's a little bit of robe, especially the long hair and the overgrown beard a little bit. Like all you've been focusing is the novel, and you're in throughout it, but it's just you look like a writer, or an independent film dude. But
Y-
dress for the job you want, right?
I didn't do it on purpose, but like those are two career paths that I would very much like to be in. The filmmaking thing is probably hard and takes a lot of money, but like I'm definitely getting into writing now. But My point I'm trying to make is thank you for the compliments, I guess. I don't know if they were compliments or jokes, but I'm taking them as compliments. And
Yeah, take it how you want.
yeah,
I'm Burger King over here, man. Take it how
you
you
fucking
want.
have it anyway. What is it? Have it your way. Um,
Shout out Burger
the point I was trying to
King.
make was that when you write something, it comes in as an idea. So like I have a book of ideas too that I write down, but like sometimes those ideas are nonsense where you kind of have to be like, all right, no, that one's not gonna work. But then when you do get to one that does work, you have to keep working on it. You know, even if you have to write it, fucking like a lot of like I've been doing research about like writers and shit, and they always say that like a lot of writing is rewriting. You know, you constantly change shit until you get on something that you actually like is good, and then you do that. So like I imagine that's the same when you're writing a joke. Like you're gonna have to change shit. You're gonna have to rewrite it and then rewrite it again and then rewrite it again until finally it works. You know, so those 15 bad ones could easily become 15 mediocre to good ones. And the good ones that you
Yeah,
have could be great ones, you know?
I'm just not creative enough to like venture more into the. I'm just quick idea, little funny thought, write down,
Well, no, you
pepper
just have to zero in and
with it.
focus on it. That's your problem is you don't focus. It's just an idea and then it just goes nowhere and then another idea comes in. That's the thing is like you get the ideas, you have them, you got 15 of them you said or however many. You probably have more than that to be honest, but cuz I've seen your little book that you write it and it seems like you got a lot of pages full, but like
Yeah, not that bad.
I don't know. I just feel like your problem is you need to like zero in and focus on it and make it.
You know what my problem is? You know what my problem is? You're my problem.
Whatever. That's your problem. You're
No,
your
I do
problem.
want to go on a open mic night at the Red Door, one of these bands. I do want to do that at least before I die.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because you've been saying that for years now. I don't even know if they still do fucking open mic night over there.
They do. I looked it up, and I'll just crash a karaoke night. Fuck those maggots. See, it's a fun word to say.
Yeah,
And
well,
not all gay people like karaoke. So everyone likes karaoke.
well, all
Yeah,
right.
I'm a faggot.
Uh,
But I do really want to get some piano too. I want to play the
The
piano.
piano thing, I don't know why it makes me chuckle every time because it's really been on your mind. You should get a keyboard then and start learning shit.
I know, but the keyboard I want to buy is like $360, $380.
There's
On
always a
Amazon.
cheaper option. Have you done research?
No, but that's the one I want.
Why do you know that's the one you want though?
Uh.
God damn it. I fucking hate it when you do that. You're a piece of shit. No, I'm serious. Wait, why? Is there really a reason? Or are you just like, this is the one?
Yeah, I just like it. It just looks like the front part of a grand piano. But I mean, it's yeah, I could get a cheaper one. No, I just don't really do the research. I've been thinking about just going to a random pawn shop if they have an 88 keyboard. I was just gonna buy
Yeah, I mean they might have some there. The pawn shop over on Broadwater, the one that we used to go to all the time. I'll have to remember to bleep that out, I think. But anyway, that one has like a lot of musical shit, so they might have something there.
Yeah, I could.
Or you
They
could
also have
just
some
I
crack.
do you want to hear my advice? Or are you just gonna
Yeah, yeah, sure.
ignore it? Well, I'm gonna tell it to you anyway. All right. Here's what you gotta
Yeah,
do.
sure.
What?
That's what I said. Yeah, sure.
All right, all right, all right. All right. What were we talking about? You're like having a hard time pooping or something?
Piano.
Oh,
I want to be a pianist.
All right.
I
All
do
right.
got
So you
I
want
do
a
got
big
kids that do that.
penis. So what you're going to want to do. No, I'm just kidding. For real, though, on a serious note, you need to do your research into what would be the best option for a beginner person trying to get into it who doesn't have a lot of money on a budget.
It'll be a 88 keyboard.
You should have set that
I
up
want
this whole
rough,
time just to make it seem like you're hooked up.
What?
Said you should have had that mic this whole time just to make it seem like you're mic'd up.
I know. I just realized that I can just like make it just seem like I'm on the mic. Yep, yep. This is the closest I'm gonna get to doing stand-up comedy is just talking in a mic. So I guess kids at pep rallies are the same.
What were you saying about an 88? What?
I don't know. There's an 88 key keyboard. That's usually the standard for like grand pianos and stuff. And then you got like the little
Okay, okay,
66
okay.
keyboard,
Hang on.
keyboard.
Hang
What?
on, real quick. Back up, because you said grand piano, the one you wanted to look like a grand piano or whatever the fuck you said. The front looked like it, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So the goal, basically, the goal in your mind is to one day have and be able to play a grand piano.
If I learn an 88 keyboard, then yeah, I would be able to play a grand piano. But grand pianos cost as much as houses. They're like 20 grand, 30
Yeah, they're.
grand.
Oh
They're
yeah.
just that's a that's a crackhead's dream. Of adding that crack part because you need to dream, but also be on crack to get this grand piano.
Well, keep on explaining this to me because I don't really know shit about piano. So 88 keys is the one that like a grand piano has.
Yeah, and then like shit that like DJs use instead of like 66 keyboard. I don't really know this for sure. I'm just making this. I don't really look this up. I know a little bit more about pianos than you do, but I doubt that much.
Fuck you.
Like,
How dare you? Why, you make the assumption you know more than me about pianos? You probably do,
do you
but
know
I'm
what a grand
offended
piano looks like?
regardless. What?
Do you know what a grand piano looks like?
Yeah, I saw in the cartoon when it falls on the fucking person and then they're okay somehow.
Yeah, that's what a grand piano looks like.
And then the Bugs Bunny's mouth becomes the keys. I've seen that. I've seen it. Okay? I've seen it. You prick. But yeah, that's my only knowledge on
I
grand
think that's
pianos.
funny.
What?
Yeah, I always want to play piano. It's a beautiful instrument. I just want to do it.
I'm encouraging you to, and for the sake of having a hobby, because in the last episode you kind of discussed how you need a hobby, and we talked about that for a little bit. And I think that would be a great hobby, especially one that you could just do at your house whenever you want, and you know, and
Yeah.
then get good enough to be able to do like. You should get a piano that you could do like drops. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know how like there's always a person in a show that does like the drops at a certain time, and that could be from your
I
piano.
don't know what you're talking about. Drops at a certain time.
Like, you know, like a fucking like I don't know how to explain it. Like the you know how like it make like a sound or like a fucking voice or
You
like
talking about like do 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 like that shit.
yeah, or just like
Like,
a stupid like a sound of some sort, like a you know, like a
look
fucking
at the piano, Will. It makes sound. You can do
no, no.
oh, you can do a whole bunch of kind of different tones and shit. There's
No.
88 different key tones. Like you.
Okay, I don't know what I clearly your piano knowledge is exceeds mine, but I I don't know.
Again, not that much.
I thought you could
Like,
like hook up a piano to like be able to do like I don't know, like you know what I'm saying, like drops on the show, and it's
oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can hook up like I'm not sure if you can deal with like a grand piano and shit, but like yeah, so like your little keyboards, yeah, you can do little sound bites and maybe make the different sounds and make it. Bo Burnham does it all the time, right? He
huh?
does little sound shit with his piano.
Who does?
Bo Burnham, What?
Who? Oh, Bo Burnham.
Yeah, Bo Burnham does it all the time with his piano shit.
You should get a piano
What are you
like
talking
him.
about?
Get the
I
exact
don't want to
piano
be
hit.
Bo Burnham though.
What?
I don't want to be Bo Burnham.
You don't have to
Bo
be him.
Burnham's
You
a
can just
Bo
have his
Burnham.
piano.
Yeah, true.
Do you honestly like? And I'm not trying to sound discouraging, so let me just preface what I'm about to say with saying I'm not trying to sound discouraging. But like, do you really think you would
Okay.
have the ability to play a piano? Like, you think you could do that?
Yeah, I learned how to play a tenor saxophone, so how much harder could that get? If I can do one instrument.
Oh yeah, I guess you kind of did have a musical background a little bit in high school. I tried to learn the guitar once. You remember that Christmas when like Dad wanted us to have a band and he bought us all
Yeah.
musical instruments?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the fuck goes through his
You wanted
mind.
us to be the Gas Bar 5.
Oh yeah, because that's what Jasmine didn't she get like a keyboard or
You got a keyboard,
you got
you
drums
got a guitar,
and I
I
got a
got a
guitar.
drum set, and Gabby got a triangle or something. I don't know. I don't know what you got. I don't know what you got.
Yeah, I don't remember that. She got cooler gifts, but
But
I
we
learned how to
never
play the
fucking.
guitar, and or I tried to learn, and I couldn't fucking do it. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do it. It's too hard. I don't have no musical sense. None.
It's pretty hard, and
Zero.
my hands are too small for like the standard guitar neck. Like my fingers were too short. Like it was hard to reach. I'm sure some dude with short fingers was like, oh fucking, like, you know, fucking do solos all the time, man. Fucking pussy. No, I can't do it. But I think a piano I can do. Look at that. Look at that digits action. Look at that shit. Look at that.
You're gonna be a piano master one day. I could see it.
Sadly to say, it's a pianist master.
You're gonna be the best goddamn pianist ever.
Who came up with that, man?
I don't know,
Must
some
be the dude
psycho.
that first like learned to play the piano. Had to be.
Wait,
He was
what?
like, had to be fucking, Frederick Piano that created the piano and played it. It was like, what profession is this? He's like, the piano, so I'm gonna play this. Look, and then he didn't get much gigs, and he died on the streets.
Like most pianists.
Okay, well, we've been talking for a while now, so I think that's a good little episode to cap off that.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'm gonna cook some dinner then, bro.
all right.
Love you, brother.
Love you too.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.